We all love a long-term rebuilding job in Football Manager, but finding the right club can sometimes be a challenge. If that sounds like you at the moment, then don't worry, because today I'm going to try and help by giving you my top 3 rebuilding jobs for FM23. I should say straight off the bat that I've only included teams in this top 3 that are in the playable leagues from the original version of the game. If you're happy to wait for an add-on database later on after the game's release, then Catania in Serie D would be my recommendation too. A little bonus one to start your top 3 today. However, if you love a rebuilding job and want to hear my top 3 playable teams to try this year, then please do add a thumbs up on the video and subscribe for daily Football Manager content. This is our 3rd video with FM23 save ideas. You can find the others in the eye above. For now though, it's time to head straight to our number 3 top rebuilding job for FM23. Number 3, it's time for a trip to meet a side that had a hapless season in Portugal last year. Drumroll please. That's right, it's Academica. Once mainstays in the top tier of Portuguese football, the club were relegated from the 2nd division last year with just 3 wins and 17 points from their 34 league matches. For perspective, the 2nd relegated side directly above them had 35 points, over double their total. As a result, this side are now in Liga 3 and officially, I think we can say, in a slump. If you can get around the uniqueness of this league being awarded only 2 points for a win, should you get one given their recent form, then this is a great rebuilding job to take on. For a bit of backstory, the 134-year-old club won the Portuguese Cup as recently as 2012 and famously beat Atletico Madrid in the Europa League the following season. Since then, things haven't been so great. A 14-year top flight stint ended in 2016, and of course things got a whole lot worse with relegation again last season. As I record this video, Academica actually sit bottom of the 3rd tier table with just 1 win from their opening 4 league matches, so it's safe to say this won't be an easy job for you. You will, however, have infrastructure. A near 30,000 seater stadium allows plenty of room to grow into and a chance to compete at the top level once you make it back. If you want something a little more obvious though, maybe number 2 will be your preference. And at number 2, we return to England for what I'd imagine will be a pretty popular rebuilding challenge this year. Any guesses? Drumroll please. Yes, of course, it's Oldham Athletic, a club that this summer picked up a pretty unwanted stat. They became the first club that's played in the Premier League to drop into non-league football. It had been coming too, I think it's fair to say. For years, the fans had been at loggerhead with their owner as turmoil unfolded away from the pitch. Issues included a spate of HMRC run-ins over tax and several close calls with potential administration. While all this was going on, things weren't much better on the pitch either. A succession of well-known managers were unable to help the club's gradual fall, with a mix of quick-fire sackings and transfer embargoes not helping their cause either. Eventually, in the 21-22 season, Oldham Athletic fell out of the EFL. There has been better news since though, and news that will definitely help you if you take on this challenge. Just ahead of the new season, the club were purchased by local businessman Frank Rothwell, who has since concluded a deal to bring the stadium, Boundary Park, back into Oldham's ownership too. However, there has been a very high turnover of playing staff and a managerial change already this season. David Unsworth, the former Everton man, is the latest manager in the hot seat. With the club sitting just 3 points clear at the bottom of the National League table at the time of recording, don't expect this rebuild to be an easy one either. You'll have the small matter of Hollywood-owned Wrexham, Paul Cook's Chesterfield and former Giants Notts County in your way, and that's just to get out of non-league. If you get it right and take them all the way back to the Premier League though, it'll certainly be a rewarding conclusion. If you prefer a club that's had a slightly quicker fall from grace though, number 1 might just be the one for you. And at number 1, this one's just carnage, so let's get straight to it. Final drum roll please. That's right, we're off to Turkey for this one with Bursaspor. Now many of you, like me, may remember Bursaspor for very recent appearances in European club competitions. Perhaps you remember them as shock Turkish champions in 2010, maybe Turkish Cup finalists in 2015, or from the 2010 Champions League group with Manchester United, Valencia and Rangers. Well, But what if I were to tell you that Bursaspor, just 10 years on from the highest of highs, and now struggling in Turkey's third tier. They were relegated from the top tier on the final day in 2019, and again just 3 seasons later. They're now struggling after a poor start to the season at Turkey's third level too. But despite the slump, there are some huge positives when it comes to infrastructure here. Off the pitch, you have got a very good club. A state-of-the-art stadium with a 40k plus capacity opened as recently as 2015. It's leaving you ready for the big time once you impress the fan base and get them back to a suitable level. There's also high quality training facilities at the club's disposal too, leaving you with the ability to focus your energy and more importantly your financial resources on the team and recruitment for your playing staff. Now, depending on the hit to Bursaspor's reputation in next year's game, this could be the most comfortably achievable of our 3 rebuild options for FM23. But after a rapid fall from grace from such lofty heights, I couldn't have it anywhere else other than number 1 in this video. So those are just my top 3 rebuilding challenges for FM23, but do any of them sound particularly appealing to you? Let me know who you're planning to manage in the comments if you've already decided on your team for next year's game. While you're here, don't forget to like and subscribe to stay up to date with my daily Football Manager content. There's also more of these save idea videos and my upcoming series announcements for FM23 around the corner. However, if you fancy a different type of challenge for Football Manager 2023, then why not try these 2 videos next to my head now? I'll see you next time.